Thank you for joining me. I'm doing, oh, it's 11 o'clock now. Okay. Yes, so welcome everybody. I am doing my first YouTube live stream. I thought I'd have a little experiment today and see what kind of, how it could go. I'm going to just do a morning workout with beginners in mind. And we're just going to have, just do some exercises, do some warming up, have a stretch, go through some techniques, basics and some stances. Hopefully, if there's anyone new, they can learn something. And for anyone that has experience, they will maybe be able to, just refresh on some things. Hello, Sammy. Hello. Nice to have you with me. So now's the time to have your last sip of water. Make sure you've been to the toilet. Get some clothes on. You don't need a lot of room. I'm going to try and keep it, to work out from home. So let's start the first live class. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, when I say musubadach, we have our heels together with our hands to the side. This is our attention stance. Now, when I say Caesar, we're going to bring one knee to the floor and the other knee and sit back. So behind me, my toes are crossed and my weight is on my heels and I'm just sitting relaxed like this. So we're going to do a little meditation before we get into class. And so we put our hands together, just like by our belly button. We're going to close our eyes. Now I want you to breathe in through your nose and out. And again in and out. Keep going in your own time. Mokso Yame. So that means open your eyes. We're going to start meditating. Good. So we're going to start the class formally now. So usually I pick someone to start the class, usually the highest grade, and they would say, Sensei ni onigai shimasu. Right. And everybody would bow. So this is a way of addressing the sensei and showing respect before class. From here we put one leg up, stand back into musubadach, and bow. Re, os. Good, okay, so that's how we would start a class usually. Welcome to people that are still here. We're now going to just do a little warm-up. With beginners in mind, so we're not going to go too crazy today. However, try and keep up. And let's have some fun. So we're going to just start off with just some little bounces on the floor here. So just mainly using my ankles to shoot from the side, just to warm them up to start off with, and the knees. And then face you. Now I'm going to go a little bit higher. So we'll try not to get lost in the terminology today when we use things like the Japanese words. However, I will be counting in Japanese, so maybe we can learn some Japanese together. So I'll count in 10 now. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good job. Let's go in and out with our legs. Let's count to 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's use our arms now. Let's get the whole body involved. Let's go to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay, and yame. Good, so that means stop, and that is the most important word that we use in karate is yame, to stop. So remember that word. That's important when we're working with partners or we're just trying to listen and pay attention, is to know when to stop. So yame is that word. Okay, let's go around with our arms now. We just started to get that engine going. Let's just give it a little stretch. Good, and let's go back in the other direction. Good, now I just want you to turn side to side. See how I'm using my feet to twist and face both directions. Good, let's extend it from here and just we can reach out to each side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, chi, hachi, kya, ja. Okay, so we're just going to do a little bit of something in a fighting stance. I know we haven't got too much into doing karate yet, but hopefully you can follow along. So we're just going to have like a one leg forward, and we're just going to have a guard up here just to protect myself. So imagine if we were sparring or having a fight, I'd want to have my guard in between me and you. So I'm just going to relax here in my stance. So I've got my left leg forward, and I've got my guard. Now I'm going to use my right hand, I'm going to punch and pull it back here. See, this right hand is my opposite arm and opposite leg. I'm going to twist and punch back here. We're going to try 10 of these on both sides, okay? So let's try it. Pick your left side, that side's forward, and we're going to use our right hand to punch. Let's try it. Ich. Knee. Good, now twist your body with it. San. Shi. See how my foot turns? Go. Rook, chich, hatch, cure, cheer. Good, okay, well done. So we're going to change our legs, have other side forward. So I've got my right leg forward, legs are relaxed, guard is up in front of me. Now my right leg is forward, so my left hand is going to punch. I'm going to twist and come back, okay? Let's try. Ich. Ni, san, shi, go, rook, chich, hatch, kya, jump. Good, yame. Okay, that was some of our first punches. Now we're going to just do some more strength exercises. So my favorite exercise to do are push-ups. So we're going to have a go at doing some push-ups now. So it is important to whatever we do to the best of our ability. So I see some people that might not be strong enough to do good push-ups, and they're doing like good push-ups really badly with bad form. So whatever level you're at, work at that level. So for example, one way to start off could be to do them on your knees like this and keep your body flat and straight. And I think a lot of people should really start on here and get good form before they start moving on to a harder progression. Okay, let's try our 10. Let's get ready. We're going to count in Japanese as well. Let's do 10 good ones. Hajime, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rook, chich, hatch, kya, jia. Good, okay, and rest. Good job. So for those of you that are in the know, we've got our 30-day Zen-Shin challenge at the moment. So every day in January, we try and do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups and 10 squats. So we're all doing that right now together. So let's get onto our sit-ups. So the easiest one to do would be to do crunches here. And just use your hands to guide them up your leg. Feet more advanced, and you can start coming up. You could add some punches at the top as well. Okay, either way, whatever level you're at, let's do 10. Hajime, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rook, shich, hach, kyo, jyo. Good, okay, and yame. So that was 2 out of 3. We've got 1 more left. We have our squats to do, and then we basically work the strength exercises for most major parts of our body. So we've got our squats now. Just make sure that when we do them now, we're not going to lean forward. We're going to just think straight down, keep your bum under, keep the body up. Okay, let's try. We've got 10. Get ready. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rook, shich, hach, kyo, jyo. Good, and yame. That's a good job. Well done, everybody, for joining in. Okay, so I'm feeling warm now. I've done some exercises to get me strong, some to get me warm. Let's start off with a little stretch now. First thing I'm going to do is spread my legs. I'm not going to make it too big, just enough, so I'm going to move down now. Go as, well, put your hands down to the floor first. And just relax into that stretch. So control your breathing. Use that to relax your body and get deeper in your stretch. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ru, shich, hach, kyo, jyo. Okay, let's bring it over to one side. I want you to grab one toes and try and bring the body round. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ru, shich, hach, kyo, jyo. Okay, to the other side now. Ni, san, shi, go, ru, shich, hach, kyo, jyo. Back to the middle. Okay, good job. From here, I want you to come onto your, onto the balls of your foot, the front here, so my heels are off the floor. And then I'm going to come back and my heels are on the floor, my toes are facing up. And then I'm going to transition to heels off, and then come back to just heels on the floor. I'm going to come from the side and see if you can see that. So just spend a couple more seconds in this position. So heels off, toes off, heels off, toes off. Good, let's come back to the middle. Good job. So we're going to bring our feet into the middle here. We can come back. It's one of my favourite stretches. So from our kneeling position here, we're going to bring one hand back and bring the other one back. So some of us might be in this position here. Might be our limit. We're going to just move side to side here, just to feel that stretch and get some mobility there in our shoulders. Ni, san, shi, go. Okay, good. Now, if you can, I'm going to come back onto your elbows. Remember to breathe, relax your body. Now, by pushing your pelvis up, and your bum lifting it up into the sky, it's going to get me more of a stretch on my legs as well. Okay, now, the last level, we're going to put our head down. Stretch your hands back if you can. Trying to get our knees to touch as well. Lifting up my bum. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Good, okay. Next challenge is getting up. Good, well done. Let's stand up. Yes, Fee's here. Hello, Fee. Yes, we just did day 12 together, so I can tick it off on my calendar now. We're going to do a couple of upper body stretches. So let's reach up as high as we can. Let's look up our hands now. Each knee, sun, she, go. Now I want you to reach over the top. We can put one hand behind our back. And lean over. Each knee, sun, she, go. We're going to change sides. Each knee, sun, she, go. Good, and come up. Now let's bring our hands behind our back, like this, and I'm gonna rotate forward as I bring my hands up behind me. Knee, sun, she, go. Good, and come up. Good, let's just go around with our neck, and I think we're pretty much good. So go around slowly in a circle. Good. And let's change direction. Just go ear to shoulder. And let's go chin in the back of your head going forward like that. Okay, good job. Okay, and shake it off, well done. So that's our warm up and our little stretch complete. I think we're now ready to do some techniques. So I think we'll go through a punch first here. So this is our ready position. When I say yoi, that means to get ready. That's here. From this position, I'm ready to defend. From this position, I'm ready to attack. So this is our ready position. So no matter what we do, this is how we start and how we finish our karate moves. That position is called yoi. Here. Okay, so to begin our punch, we're going to curl in our fingers first. You can give me thumbs up and I'll give you thumbs up. I'm going to bring our fingers on the outside. See how they're wrapped across and they're not on the side here. They're not sticking forward, but they're wrapped across like this here, because I don't want my thumbs to get in the way of any punches. So my fists are tight now. And in my yoi position. Good, my toes are facing forward, they're about shoulder width apart. So the first punch we're going to learn is punching to our stomach, chokozuki. I'm going to show you from the side. Good, okay, so as you can see, as I punch, I'm going to twist my fists, and one goes out and one comes back. Notice how I'm going to pull all the way back. This hand here, the hand that's coming back, is the pulling hand, the hikite hand. So I'm going to pull it back here to the side. Then I punch out and change. Then I pull it back. Like this, okay. Good, so let's try our first set of 10 together. Yoi. Let's say the move just to help us learn it. Chokozuki. Just put one arm out. Notice I'm aiming for my own solar plexus. Okay, to the count. Ich. Ni. Sa. Shi. Go. Ru. Shich. Hach. Kyu. Jir. Yame. Musubadachi. Ray. Was. Well done, that was our first set of 10. So a couple of things to think about before we do our next set. Notice my exhale on every technique. Because as I land the technique and I strike, I want to breathe out, releasing the air from my body, making it like my six pack, my abs, the core strong. I'm not sure if anyone's ever been winded before, and that's because they've been full of air. And by breathing out at the same time as the technique, it's making me strong. So it's one thing to do. The next thing, which is going to be slightly more harder, is actually to relax at the start of the punch and at the end deliver the power. We don't want to use our power from all the way back here because it makes it slow and my body comes offline. It'd be more efficient to be relaxed and light at the start and then add the power just at the end on impact of our technique. This way it saves energy as well and it is faster to deliver the punch. So these are two things to work about, your breathing and the relaxation and the bang at the end. Yoi. Chokozuki. Let's put one arm out first. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ru. Shich. Hash. Kyo. Jyo. Yame. Subadachi. Ray. Good, well done. So that was our first technique, was our chokozuki, our punch on the spot. So we've done one punch, let's do one block. The first block I like to teach is our agyuki, our rising block. So for this technique here, I'm going to come down just so you can see me a bit easier. Because it's our rising block, that means it's going up and to block our head. So imagine someone's going to attack me from the top, they might even just going to touch me, grab me, my arm comes up, twist and block. I want to use the hard part of my arm to block rather than give them the soft part with my veins and arteries in. So see how it comes across at that angle and twists and pushes it up. We talked about this earlier, the twist and the bang at the end of the technique. That's called the kime. So as I come up, twist. That's where the power is. And then from here, if I want to change hand now, I'm going to make that X. The new hand comes on the outside and twist. And it comes across in front of my body, makes an X, twist. And see how this hand, the hikite hand, is still on that same place at the side of my body here. So let me show you from standing up here. It's very important, this stance that we use. Even though we're just standing on the spot, if my legs are too close together and I try and do these techniques, the power that I'm trying to generate is going to throw me off balance. I'm not going to be stable. So I'm focusing on having my toes facing forward. My legs are as wide as my shoulders. I've even got my bum engaged here, so I'm solid. My posture is upright. So when I do my technique, I can still feel stable. Okay, so let's try these blocks together for the first time. We'll go slowly. This block is called agyuki, which is our rising block. Yoi. Let's say it together. Agyuki. So we're going to use any hand first. It's going to start, it's going to rise above the head. Good. And see the gap here between my head and my arm here. Okay, let's try again. Now we're going to make that X in front and change. And again, X and change it. Good. Let's go again. X, change. X, change. X, change. X, change. Okay, let's try a couple more, going a little bit faster. I'm going to try and add the bang, the kime on the end of my technique. We're going to make it like more fluid now. Let's try. Ich, ni, son, shi, go, ru, chich, hach, kyo, chyo, yame, subadach. Ready? Us. Good, well done everybody for following along. We're now going to move from that punch we just did and the block we just did. We're going to move on to some stances. They're a very important part of the karate that we do. The foundations, the stances serve as the foundations to our techniques, whether they be a block, a strike, or a kick. So the first stance we need to learn is our front stance, our Zen-Shin. Actually, it's quite a natural stance that we do, so it's not so much we should think too much about, I feel. So I'm going to bring my leg forward, not too long till I'm stretching, and not too short till I'm walking. Here. So my legs are shoulder width apart. If they're too narrow, it's going to be wobbly here. So they need to be wide enough just to keep me stable. I've got my hips facing forward, so my body, my belt, the knot is trying to go forward here. Just like my toes are as well. What we can see with beginners is they leave this back toe out facing the opposite direction. So if they need to move from this stance, they're dragging against their foot here because it's like an anchor to them. What we need, just like a sprinter running forward, they need all their toes and everything in their body moving in that same direction. And this goes with karate as well. So this is our front stance. I want you to feel it because everybody's stance is individual to them. It could be dependent on your leg size, your body frame, how long your legs are, how long your body is. So this is some for you to work out for yourself. So from here now to step, this exercise we're going to practice is we're going to bring up one leg, step in the middle, and we're going to step back with the other leg. So the back leg now steps up, and we step back. Two from the side. So the back leg first goes up, and step back. Up. So when I step up here, I'm trying to keep my body position, my legs in the same position, and then step back. I do not want to lean forward in order to step or move, because this has to be taken off balance very easily. So this training exercise is to allow us to strengthen our legs to maintain a good stance as we move through the stances. So let's try this a couple times together. So we're in our front stance. Trying to get those toes facing forward, the same direction. We've got our hips facing forward, the belt, middle of our body's trying to go forward. I've got my hands in like a neutral position here in front of me. Let's step up and back. 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 Good. Let's shake it off. Good. So you should feel it in your legs because you are working them, and your legs will get stronger by doing these stances. We're now going to try another exercise. So this time I'm going to start from back here. I'm going to start with one leg forward. I'm going to step forward. I'm going to step back. I'm going to step forward and back here. Notice as I step, just like our previous exercise, I'm going to go to the middle first and then step out. Then come back to the middle and then step back. The whole time I'm trying to keep that body posture the same as we previously mentioned. Up straight. Okay, so we're going to just work one leg going forward and back for this exercise. So I'm going to have my left leg forward. Here, my stance. Okay. This time, let's put our hands behind our back. Okay, let's try them together. So we're going to go forward first. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Last time. Forward. Back. Yummy. Good, shake off that leg. Good, that was a good workout there. Let's try it on the other side now. This time I'm going to face you as we do it, just so you can see it. So I've got my right leg forward, trying to get everything facing forward. Okay, same thing. Let's try other leg. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. And yummy. Good, wow, shake those legs off. Good job, maybe we can raise them a few times. Each knee, side, seat. Oh, good job. Okay, well done. So we've done our stances, a couple of exercises we can use to practice them. We've done some blocks and we've done a punch as well. So let's try and add them together so we can move forward and strike at the same time. So what we're going to practice is our oizuki, which is our straight punch, stepping forward. So I'm going to show you from the side, from my ready position, to step forward now and punch. And then I'm going to step forward again and punch. And now what I can do is step backwards as I do it. And again. Good. I think we can have a go at doing this together. So let's get some space. We're going to try 2 steps forward, 2 steps backwards. And we're going to face the same direction the whole time, just like I did there. So let's say it together, oizuki. So pick any leg first. I'm going to step with my left leg first. Ich. Step forward again. Knee. Now we're going to move back. Ich. Knee. Step forward. Ich. And again. Knee. Last time. Back. Knee. Yummy. Good, well done. So let me help you out now for the beginners out there. One thing that I see beginners do the most is they're going to step and punch now, and that will happen. See, they punch and step. So what's really doing the damage there? I guess nothing. So what we need to do is actually step first and punch right at the end here. Step, leave the hands, and punch. That will be the hardest thing. That's more about timing than anything else. So let's try that again. So if you're a beginner, I want you to think about holding your hand and punching and landing at the same time. Okay, let's try. So this time I'm going to use my right leg stepping forward first. We've got 2 forward, 2 back. Yoi. Okay, let's try right side. Ich. Knee. Now let's go back. Ich. Knee. And forward. Ich. Knee. Ni. Yame. Musubadachi. Ready? Let's. Okay, well done everybody. Let's do a quick recap of what we've been through so far. So, we started off with some warm-up, some strength exercises. We went through a little stretch. Then we did some basics. We started off with our chokozuki, which is our punch on the spot. We then learned how to do a agyuki, a rising block, up here. We then practiced our Zen-Shin, which is our front stance as we step forward and back, making that C step coming through the middle as we step. And then the last thing we did was we put them together. We put the punch and the stance together, so we move forward, stepping in Zen-Shin, Oizuki, which is the name of that technique there. I think we're coming to an end of this class because I think we've been through a lot today. Thank you for everyone for joining in. I think let's leave with a little bonus, shall we? So, I do this with my students in class. This is something they enjoy to do, and they find a lot of pleasure from it. We call it a crane kick, and so it's the Karate Kid kick, which some of you may know. It's where he is on one leg and he kicks and down. So I think we could have a go at this because it could be easier maybe than it looks. So the idea behind these kicks are my toby geri. We're going to lift up our knee first here. We're going to get good at balancing on this leg. And then we're going to use this leg that we're standing on to do the kick now. And the higher I can jump first, the better the kick would be. So watch this leg, how I jump, kick, and land. So I want you to try that now. So balance on that one leg. My better leg is my right leg, it's stronger. So I'm going to jump, kick. What's going to help you out is this guard that you have. So if I might balance with no guard, I'm going to be floppy, I might lose my balance. But if I lift up the one leg, have the guard up, and kick this way. Let's try it a few more times. So lift up that knee, and kick. Good, I'm going to try it off my other side now. So lift up the other knee, and kick. Good, okay, we've got two more times off this side. So I'm going to lift up. Should we do it just like him from Karate? Lift this ain't so good, but we'll kick now. Go! Okay, one more time. Go! Yeah! Yame. Os, okay, feet together, Musubadachi. Ready? Os. Good. Before we finish, we're going to do a couple of stretches just to cool down our body. What I'd like us to do is to come down and sit down in our pancake position. There's my bums on the floor, my legs are spread. So the idea here is not to have our back punched over like this, but actually to push with the bum back and keep the back straight. And the body is going forward here with a flat back. You're going to hold this. Just reach forward. Keep your eyes looking forward as well. And just breathe. And come down. Okay, I'm going to come back to the middle. Let's face one side. Knee, so, she, go. We're going to change to the other side. Each, knee, so, she, go. Okay, let's do a bonus then. So what I'm going to, position I'm going to get to from here is what we call the table. So this is a great all body stretch here. So it's not like the bridge where my hands go over, much harder. We just got the hands on the floor here, just dropping down. Now I want you to lift up your bum and hold it. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyo, je, and yam. Okay, let's stand up. We're going to end our class properly. So, Musubadash. That's with our heels together, hands to the side. Caesar. One knee down and the other sit. So if you're a girl, I didn't mention this at the start, if you're a girl, this is how we sit with our legs together. If you're a boy, you have your legs open. Now we'll do a little meditation just to finish our class. So put your hands together. Mokuso Hajime. So breathe in and out. And in, out. Continue in your own time. Control your breath. Calm your body. Calm your mind. Mokuso Yame. Open your eyes. So now usually I would pick my highest grade or someone from my class to say this last part. And this is a way just to thank the sensei for the lesson. Sensei, domo arigatou gozaimashita. Right. Os. Good. From here you can stand and bow. Os. Good, well done. So that was my first ever YouTube live stream. That was for beginners in mind, anyone new to karate or martial arts and would like to get started. So I hope you found that useful, something to take away. We went through stances, a block, a punch, we did some exercises and a stretch. Thank you to everybody that joined in. Keep practicing, and this class is a good class to refer back to, just to use it as a training guide to anyone that needs it. So Os, I'm going to give you all a big bow. Os, have a great day. I'm going to end the stream now. Goodbye.